and it was perfect. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. He was backlit. The ears of the bat cowl were pointing up into the sky. His cloak was flowing, and I just thought, oh.
Colin, how the hell are you?
Good, Thomas. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. Come here. I watched it and I absolutely adored every second of this movie. Like
Oh,
five
really?
stars.
Oh, that's a good start. Let's just leave it there. Let's cancel that. That's enough. Great.
Come here. Did you know? Did you know that you were going to have to get your face all done before you signed up for it, or
No,
when did that process start?
I had no clue. I was kind of sweating bricks, wondering what the hell I was going to do with the character. Because, as you saw in the film, I've got 5 or 6 scenes, and I was just trying to think, how do I make it unique or interesting, or how does it fit into this world? And I was still contesting with all those questions. And then I was in Matt Reeves' office one day. I knew that he had hired Mike Marino to design the makeup. I knew Mike's work a little bit, knew Mike was genius, but we were talking about, an elongated nose, perhaps something with the ear. And Matt went to me, did I show you? I said, what? And he said, have you seen what Oz is going to look like? And I said, no. He goes, come here. And I came around to his computer like this, and he opened it up and he showed me for the first time. And I couldn't really understand it, to be honest with you. I thought, because it's nothing to do with me. I mean, it begs the question, why did you cast me? I'm glad they did, but I had never done anything like this. And then we did the makeup test for the first time, and we took about 6 hours, and there was 12 people, and it was so much fun, man. In 20 years of doing this racket, I have never had as much fun as I had the day that we were doing the makeup test together, because it was just like this journey of exploration. We were all on it, all on the same team, all a little bit nervous, and the pieces started going on, and bit by bit, I have video footage of it, and I have photographs of it, different stages of it, and then when it was complete and when it was done, I started looking in the mirror, and it was like meeting myself for the first time. It was like being but it was like being born. I did not know myself as this at all, so it did a lot of the work for me, man. I mean, I didn't have to do much. Look, I still overacted my heart out, but I didn't have to do much. I just had to stand there and
no, you were really, honest to God. Is there any bit of a Dublin outfit in it? And I was like, I don't really know. I was like, I don't think he was going for that.
No, I mean, there may have been back in the day there, the Dockers, the early house. There might have been a couple of characters that there was echoes of, but it was more kind of New York gangster, And I'd be drawn, whether my intention or not, I'd be drawn from years of films that I've seen and various characters in various films, and fellas I've met in New York as well, teamsters and drivers and lads that work in sanitation, supposedly.
Can you remember the time when you saw Robert Pattinson as the Batman, like when he came out?
I can, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can. It was mad. It was mad. It doesn't matter you're 44 years of age. That all goes out the window. I was just awestruck. I had seen pictures of Rob in the bat suit, but the first time I saw him, I arrived to the set and we were doing the scene at the warehouse just before the car chase starts. And he's up on the roof. I got out of my car and I said, "What are we doing?" They said, "Oh, well, they're just shooting a shot with Rob up on the roof." And I looked up on the roof, and it was perfect. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. He was backlit. The ears of the bat cowl were pointing up into the sky. His cloak was flowing, and I just thought, I just thought, there it is. There's the Batman. Something that for decades, like for 8 decades, has meant so much to so many people. I mean, it's so iconic. And
we
so
all have a Batman voice.
It was. I was a bit giddy, but a little bit scared as well. The idea of sharing a scene with him, I was a little bit. That was kind of when I was glad I was hidden behind the makeup. I had a certain kind of buffer there, a certain amount of protection.
The final question, for people that are going to watch this, they're going to feel like they're in the movie. The way Matt has done this, I felt I was in the movie, and I haven't felt like that before.
Sweet. Matt is a really aggressive filmmaker in the sense that he does that. I think some films I watch as an audience member and they draw you in. I hope this film draws people in, but it also comes out and just grabs you from the very first. When I saw the film, and it was I could kind of enjoy the film because I'm only in 15, 12, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, so I could enjoy all the rest of it. So there's plenty of it for me to enjoy, 3 hours and 35 minutes or whatever. But the opening 5 minutes, I felt I was grabbed by it, and we hear this voiceover and we have this strange eerie point of view, and we don't know whose point of view we're actually inhabiting. And did you find it quite eerie at the start? I mean, I was like, what?
The boots, just the boots. Bang,
Yeah,
bang, bang.
yeah. So I mean, that's great to hear, man. He's really, Matt did such an extraordinary job designing this world, you know, and every detail, every little makeup detail, every wardrobe detail, every musical cue, every camera angle. He just meticulously designed this whole film from first to last. And I think he did an extraordinary job.
Colin, it was great chatting to you. 5
Great
stars.
chatting.
It was incredible. I swear to God.
I'm delighted. Thanks, man, for saying that. Is cool.